Okay, cool. Fuck the intro. You guys know who I am. I want to talk about oath of office. Now, this might get a few of you by the balls, and I hope it does. So, oath of office. I got my handy dandy iPad here, and this United States Senate website says the following. After you swear the fuck in, put your hand in the air, this one on the Bible, saying, I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter. So help me God. That's what you say. You know how I know that? I took the same oath, remember? Okay. Well, let's get into a little history of that. So a little history of that says, at the start of each new Congress in January of every odd-numbered year, the entire House of Representatives and 1/3 of the Senate performs a solemn and festive constitutional rite that is as old as the Republic. While the oath-taking dates back to the first Congress in 1789, the current oath is a product of the 1860s, drafted by Civil War era members of Congress, intent on ensnaring traitors. That's on your website, Nancy. Hey, Mitch. That's on the website, Mitch. Hey, all you Republicans out there that are so cowardly. Anyways, the Constitution contains an oath of office only for the President. For other officials, including members of Congress, that document specifies only that they shall be bound by oath or affirmation to support this Constitution. And remember, it's a constitutional republic. Remember that. Because that's a very important piece to this United States, America puzzle. Because where America goes, everyone else goes. So where the fuck I go, you're coming with me. That's where the we go one, we go all, where we go one, we go all thing. Yeah. Anyways. For nearly 3/4 of a century, that oath served nicely. Although to the modern ear, it sounds woefully incomplete. Missing are the soaring references to bearing true faith and allegiance, to taking this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and to well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office. But it had ing, I just said discharge. Anyways, the outbreak of the Civil War quickly transformed the routine act of oath-taking into one of enormous significance. In April of 1861, a time of uncertain and shifting loyalties, President Abraham Lincoln, you know the one where you built the fucking statue at the end of the yard, the park, the mall, anyways. President, you know the one with the Emancipation Proclamation. Anyways, President Abraham Lincoln ordered all federal civilian employees within the executive branch to take an expanded oath. When Congress convened for a brief emergency session in July, members echoed the president's action by enacting legislation requiring employees to take the expanded oath in support of the Union. This oath is the earliest direct predecessor of the modern oath. So with socialism, you're trying to enslave again and giving Abe the fucking finger. Well, there's another story about Abe, how he didn't get shot in the fucking head, and that's propaganda too, and he moved down to Chile or South America, just where Hitler went. So, conspiracy theories abound. Anyways, when Congress returned for its regular session in December 1861, members who believed that the Union had as much to fear from Northern traitors as Southern soldiers again revised the oath. Now we're in Confederate. Adding a new first section known as the Ironclad Test Oath. The war-inspired test oath, signed into law on July 2nd, 1862, required every person elected or appointed to any office under the government of the United States, excepting the President of the United States, to swear or affirm that they had never previously engaged in criminal or disloyal conduct. Those government employees who failed to take the 1862 test oath would not receive a salary. Those who swore falsely would be prosecuted for perjury and forever denied federal employment. What happened to that rule? And forever denied federal employment. When I told you there's the fucking door, the 1862 oath second section incorporated a more polished and graceful rendering of the hastily drafted 1861 oath. Although Congress did not extend coverage of the ironclad test oath to its own members, many took it voluntarily. Angered by those who refused this symbolic act during a wartime crisis and determined to prevent the eventual return of pre-war Southern leaders to positions of power in the national government, congressional hardliners eventually succeeded by 1864 in making the test oath mandatory for all members. Too bad I'm the fucking president now. The Senate then revised its rules to require that members not only take the test oath orally, but also that they subscribe to it by signing a printed copy. Blue ink, not black. This condition reflected a wartime practice in which military and civilian authorities required anyone wishing to do business with the federal government, I talk like Nancy, to sign a copy of the test oath. The current practice of newly sworn senators signing individual pages in an elegantly bound oath book dates from this period. It's like a who showed up to this party type thing. It's awake. As tensions cooled during the decade following the Civil War, Congress enacted private legislation permitting particular former Confederates to take only the second section of the 1862 oath. In 1868, public law prescribed this alternative oath for any person who has participated in the late rebellion and from whom all legal disabilities arising therefrom have been removed by act of Congress. Damn. Northerners immediately pointed to the new law's unfair double standard that required loyal Unionists to take the test oath's harsh first section while permitting ex-Confederates to ignore it. History repeats itself. We didn't know how to vote then either. In 1884, a new generation of lawmakers quietly repealed the first section of the test oath, leaving intact today's moving affirmation of constitutional allegiance. Every single one of you Bolshevik fucks, or every single one of you wannabe Bolshevik fucks that are just looking for some kind of power or money, a hierarchical position in some high place, You swore on my fucking Bible. You know what I mean? Taking the oath. At the beginning of a new term of office, senators-elect take their oath of office from the presiding officer in an open session of the Senate before they can begin to perform their legislative activities. So who signed for Nancy? From the earliest days, who signed for Mitch McConnell? Who signed for these motherfuckers that are changing everything since 1960? And they haven't changed a fucking thing. They don't even read their laws. That's why they're so busy trying to build new ones, because they don't know what these say. This one's easy. This is the very first fucking one. That fucking easy. I do solemnly swear to drain the fucking swamp. From the earliest days, the senator-elect, both the freshman and the returning veteran, has been escorted down the aisle by another senator to take the oath from the presiding officer. Well, ain't this some Catholicism, Mormonism, Freemason bullshit? Customarily, the other senator from the senator's-elect state performs the ritual. Occasionally, the senator-elect chooses a senator from another state, either because the same state colleague is absent or because the newly elected senator has sharp political differences with that colleague. Such public displays of these differences do not go unnoticed by journalists. A ban on photography in the Senate chamber has led senators to devise an alternative way of capturing this highly symbolic moment in their Senate careers. Well, what the fuck's up, neophytes? In earlier times, the vice president invited newly sworn senators, what's up, President of the Senate, sworn senators and their families into his Capitol office for a reenactment for home state photographers. Oh, you political theater fucks. We're such, oh my God, we love God, and God we trust. Anyways, beginning in the late 1970s, following the restoration of the old Senate chamber to its appearance at the time it went out of service in 1859, this is like after JFK shit, reenactment ceremonies, like history repeats itself. We got to brainwash ourselves. We have to program ourselves into remembering that we fucking did this. Because everyone before us indoctrinated themselves into the same bullshit that we're doing right now. Resplendent in crimson and gold. That's like almost Stanford colors without the gold. That's weird. Right? Where's all the Jesuit societies? Where's St. Mary's? Where's Georgetown? Right around the same area. Anyways, hey Nancy, we talked about DARPA. We talked about you talking shit in my house. We talked about you keeping your fucking teeth in your mouth and fixing it and forget it. But guess what? You ain't the fucking judge here. I just busted your ass. You're done, bitch. See you later.